we will discuss about an important endocrine gland which is known as parathyroid gland. There are 4 parathyroid glands present on the backside of our thyroid gland, that is on the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. 2 of them are superior parathyroid glands and the remaining 2 of them are inferior parathyroid glands. Chief cells, which are also called principal cells, are the most abundant cells of parathyroid gland. They secrete a peptide hormone called parathyroid hormone. In short, it is written as PTH, parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone is also known as parathormone. The primary function of this hormone is to increase the blood calcium level. That is, it has hypercalcemic effect. When blood calcium falls, the chief cells of parathyroid gland release parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone increases calcium level in the blood by fetching more calcium from bones by stimulating bone demineralization, by increasing the reabsorption of calcium in kidneys from renal tubules, resulting in less calcium loss in the urine, and by increasing calcium absorption from the digested food. When blood calcium level rises to normal, parathyroid hormone secretion decreases. Previously, we have already learned that thyrocalcitonin, which is secreted from the thyroid gland, shows hypocalcemic effect. That is, it decreases the blood calcium level. Now we have learned that parathyroid hormone, which is secreted from the parathyroid gland, shows hypercalcemic effect. That is, it increases blood calcium level. Therefore, thyrocalcitonin and parathyroid hormone play a significant role in calcium homeostasis in blood. Now I will discuss about pineal gland. Pineal gland is a tiny pine cone shaped endocrine gland located on the dorsal, that is posterior side of the forebrain. It is situated deep into the brain and sits between 2 cerebral hemispheres just above the brainstem. And more precisely, it lies posterior to the third ventricle and attached to the roof of the third ventricle. Pineal gland forms a part of the epithalamus. In the absence of light, pineal gland produce and release melatonin hormone into the bloodstream. We need to understand that pineal gland contains 2 main types of cells. One is called pinealocytes, which is also known as chief cells, and another one is interstitial cells, which is also known as glial cells. So pineal gland contains 2 main types of cells, pinealocytes or chief cells and interstitial cells or glial cells. Interstitial cells provide structural support, but pinealocytes synthesize and secrete the hormone melatonin. In the absence of light, the pinealocyte of the pineal gland produce and release melatonin hormone into the bloodstream. This induces sleepiness and prepares the body for rest. However, on exposure to daylight, pineal gland stops the production of melatonin hormone, thus allowing us to wake up and remain alert. Therefore, we can say that the melatonin hormone, which is secreted from the pineal gland, maintains normal rhythms of sleep and wake cycle. Melatonin also regulates body temperature by acting on hypothalamus. It acts on the preoptic area of the anterior hypothalamus, which functions as the body's internal thermostat. So, to conclude in a single sentence, we can say that melatonin maintains normal rhythm of sleep-wake cycle and also regulates body temperature by acting on hypothalamus. So, for appearing in the NEET undergraduate examination, you need not to go into much details of this pineal gland. What I have told you till now is more than sufficient for you for appearing in the NEET undergraduate examination. Let us have a little bit idea about thymus gland. Thymus gland is located between the lungs behind the sternum. Sternum means breastbone. So thymus gland is located behind the sternum in between the lungs. Thymus play a major role in the immune system as it is a lymphoid organ. The epithelial reticular cells of thymus, which is also known as epithelio-reticular cells, secretes a family of peptide hormones which are called thymosins. The primary functions of thymosins is to stimulate the development, maturation and differentiation of immature T cells into the immunocompetent cells, which are crucial for cell-mediated immunity. T cells are also called T lymphocytes. Thymosins also promote production of antibodies to provide humoral immunity. Thymus gland is degenerated in old individuals. This results in decreased production of thymosins, which ultimately results in weak immune system in elderly individuals. So this is all about the thymus gland, which you should know before you appear to NEET undergraduate examination. You need not to go into the details of this thymus gland. What I have told you is more than sufficient for you to appear in the NEET undergraduate examination.